All right, good morning, everybody. It is day 4 of the 30-day upload challenge. Like, comment, subscribe. I always mean to get that out at the start of my videos, and then I always forget. So today is a little different. Today we're working on the rocker panel. I made this a long time ago, this template. It fits this panel. This is vaguely what I need. So now, I'm just taking the template, put it on a piece of sheet metal, gonna mark it off, and then I'm gonna just do a rough cut first and then do a more precise cut to get the exact shape that I need. All right, so at first I kind of took a piece of paper. I got some rough measurements on here, right? So this ended up being this. Just take your template, put it on a piece of sheet stock, and then put a magnet over it so it stays. And then I'm gonna take my straight edge and make myself some straight lines, and then cut out this the template. If you're just starting out like me, it's always good to have a little bit of extra material on the piece you're cutting out. This is simply because your measurements could be slightly incorrect. You might need like a 1/16 of an inch or X amount of material to make the panel fit or the patch fit, and when you don't have it, you're either gonna do one or two things. One is to weld that gap up, which is not the preferred method, or two, you'll just have to cut out another patch and you're wasting material and time in that case. So I like to cut off more than what I need and then put the piece into shape and then cut off the unnecessary material after I fit the panel up. All right, so I have my rough outline cut out here, and then I have my bend point right here, so I'll have to do a 90-degree bend so it fits up to the rocker on the car. All right, so I have my metal shear here and the metal brake set up, and now I cut this out. It's obviously overcut and it's bigger than what I need, but it's gonna go in there. And now I just have to trim over here a little bit so it fits that pocket, and maybe a little bit over here as well. This whole process, it's very time consuming, especially for a person like me. I'm just starting this out, so it's gonna take me a little bit more time, a little bit more finessing, but if you know what you're doing, definitely it's gonna be fast. So, but like I said, I'm starting out. I've done a few panels that came out good, but it just takes a lot of time. It's been a better part of like 2 hours now, and I made this. I just have to cut out the holes for the spot welds, but I'm gonna show you guys how well it fits up. Yeah, something like that, right? Obviously, once it's on, I'm gonna finish up this edge so it flows evenly. All right, so I got this all sanded down and cleaned up with acetone. Just got the mill grade off of it. Now I'm gonna just let it sit for a little bit. I'll let all the acetone evaporate, or your cleaner of choice. And I'm gonna prep the metal on the car. I mean, super simple. Just get a brush or drill. So in this case, it's just going to be this metal sheet right here, and I'm just gonna go all the way around, and then clean off this metal, and then this I'll actually hit with what do you call it, with some copper weld through primer. Okay, so after you wire wheel it, obviously you want to wipe it off with some grease remover. Any surface that you're gonna be coating with anything. And I just like to prep the surface that I will be welding on as well. So now I don't want to get copper spray onto this, but I do want to get it right here. So I'm going to just take some tape and mask it off and give it a little spray. And then I'll hit this area as well just to give it a coating of sorts before the panel goes on and kind of locks that area in. Alright, so I prepped that and I sprayed it with the copper, what do you call it, primer, weld-through primer. I took the panel that I created, and if you could, you might be able to see, like you see there's little masking tape marks around the holes and then around the edge where I will have to bond this piece to the piece on the car. And basically I put masking tape on the raw metal, and then with the masking tape on I sprayed some chemical epoxy. After 2 coats, 2 heavier coats, you can do 3 light ones. After those coats I took the tape off, and then I sprayed it with copper weld-through primer. Really just try to go on the edges here, but the fan of the can is so big that it kind of covered up the whole thing. So that is gonna sit here for until tomorrow morning. And today I think what we're gonna do is make a patch for that hole right there. Right there. By the wheel well. You can see it over here. One goes into a wheel well. The other one is on the outside or the inside of the car. What I'm gonna do is just make 2 small patches. Alright, so we're inside the car now. I'm gonna show you how to make a patch panel for this rust hole that I had. This is the beauty of doing this stuff yourself, because if I had just dropped this car off at the shop with the interior in here, I had to take out the interior because of that. With the interior in here, I would have never found this rusty hole, and it probably would have, over the next few years, just expanded and rotted this part out and would have just been messed up. So I have this rough cut. It has a bunch of slag on it, so I'm gonna take a belt sander and just kind of clean it up. So we have this piece that I had cut out, and we're just gonna place it. So now we're just gonna hold it and we're just gonna scribe into the marker where we gotta cut. You can see kind of an outline in the marker, especially over here, and over here, and over here. So with that, let's get out of here, because I'm even with the window out, I'm sweating. And let's go to the metal shear and let's cut this. I mean, this thing's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna do this thing. Alright, so with that, got my piece cut out roughly. I have to trim it down with like a right angle grinder. Just want to say, this thing is awesome. If you're doing this type of work, definitely get yourself one of these. This was, I believe, it's $100 on Amazon. It does 2 things, right? First one is it limits the amount of dust you have in here. If you're just constantly cutting out pieces, it's gonna get so dusty and just gross, and you're gonna be breathing that stuff in. Even if you have a mask, like you'll take it off, it'll still be in the air. Second is he will waste less material. I already have some cutoffs here that I plan on using later on to make patches for holes inside the engine bay that I don't plan on utilizing, that came from the factory. It's just a great tool, and I definitely recommend it to anybody that is doing this type of work. So this might have been the shortest amount of time it has taken me to make a patch panel. Just fits, slight gap all around for the weld, and just gonna clean it up and leave it out here for tomorrow. With that being said, I think that's it for this video. I got a lot done today. Happy with the progress so far. Didn't think I was gonna do this, but I was like, you know, let's screw it, let's do it. So a really quick patch, and it worked. Gonna weld it in tomorrow along with the other piece, so I'll do a recording of that. About it. So comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for checking out.